Hey, what up, nerds?
What's up?
Hello. Buddy, how's it going?
How are ya?
Good nerd.
Good nerd. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. You made it through Monday. Congratulations.
Yeah, and you might have made it through Tuesday or most of Tuesday. Louise, hello. Welcome.
Hey, Louise. Right.
Yeah.
Tuesday evening for us. That
Yeah.
means it's game dev.
Deving
time.
a bit on the side, Foddy. Nice. Good going. Like I said on my message, it's consistency is key. It's what pays off.
Yep. Are you still working on the same project, Fuddy? Or have you moved on to something new? Also, Louise, you did that overlay thing, right? For the driving game overlay. Are you still working on that? Did you go back to your game? Gotta dev those games. They're going to dev themselves. Very true.
That's such a good
Very
line.
true.
See, I'm gonna steal that one for next time I have to write a message. Thank you so much for the idea.
Sometimes I wish it would dev itself.
Those games aren't gonna dev themselves.
Sometimes. Not all the times, just sometimes.
Nope.
It's a new one. Tibor and I got horribly addicted to wordplay, and now I'm making something kind of similar.
All right.
Right. I still haven't tried it. I need to wish list that.
Is that the one where you like using like your fingers and you're smushing it and bopping it, sing it? Or am I thinking of something completely different?
Wordplay is a game by GMTK, which is like Balatro but Scrabble.
Right. It's not the one, that video we saw of like, it was like Scrabble and then it pulled the pictures of it from the internet or something.
No.
that's
That was something else. Although that was cool.
Hello.
That sounds really fun to make, Fuddy. I mean, it's a lot of UI, but if you're into that type of stuff, then I can see it being very very fun. What Celine was just mentioning was this thing that we keep getting on TikTok, where someone made a game. It's a VR game where you can take an object, say like you take a lamp, and then you like stretch the lamp model until it pops into letters, like the letters that spell lamp, and then you can use those letters, reorder them into a different word, into a different object, and then like squish the letters back into themselves to generate the model that the new word is. And the way they describe it on TikTok is it's actually searching some sort of model library and downloading a model and then rendering the model in the game. Yeah. So you could write any object, like they didn't put in an actual model even for that poop. Word. Yeah. Yeah, in the example they spelled out poop and then poop appeared.
Little poop emoji. It's great.
Where does the VR bit come in? Like you manipulate the object with your hands.
Yeah, with the hand.
Like in 3D space, you have like hand tracking or controllers, I'm not sure. But you like grabbing the models, squishing them apart with this like satisfying animation, and then all the letters pop out. It's really
cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. Are we giving a nice little compliment to my hair? Thank you. I didn't get it cut or anything. It's just freshly hair dried. And this is what it looks like without taking on and off banana hats continuously. I'm sure that might change by the end of the stream.
Louise said, I'm still working on the overlay. I've implemented it on 2 games so far. Maybe gonna do Forza Horizon 2 if I figure out how to connect to the game as well. Oh, right. I figured it was like an OBS thing or something where it would take the input of your wheel. So how does it integrate with the game itself? That's interesting.
You're interesting.
Scribble knots, yeah. I don't know if they've added like an actual gameplay to that game, or if it's more of an experience where you just mess around with words and see what models come out. But it kind of has that Scribble knots vibe. I think that could be, if they want to make it into a game, that could be it. Or it'd be like a puzzle, and then you have to find the letters to make, a key, right? So you have to explode objects that have the word, the letters for key, and then you can make a key and open a door. Like, that would be really entertaining. What's on the docket today? Right, so last time what did we do? I worked on containers, so I got containers to work and actually give items to the player. Celine,
Today, I'm gonna...
No, last time you did the thing for the garage, the concept art for the garage zone. Yeah. If you want to show that off real quick.
Sure.
Pretty sure you did something else, but...
This is coming soon.
Yeah, at some point we'll get onto the garage here, which will be a safe zone as well.
Yeah. But today I'm gonna be working on our special zombie a little bit more.
Linguini needs some love.
Linguini, yeah. We need a running linguini vibes.
Yeah. our fast sprinter zombie.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and polish it up. I feel like at some point we need to look at that idea you had, Foddy, of using like dust particles or something.
Right, yeah. I mean,
that animation really needs it with the fast.
Yeah, because right now I'm just going to draw a static pose that you can have as a placeholder.
Right.
And then obviously that will need, I think that wheel bit, I'm going to call it, it's going to need a couple of frames.
Yeah, probably like 3 or something, yeah.
That are squashed and stretched, and then plus whatever you can do engine as well. But, I think that's going to need some love.
Yeah.
But we start with a placeholder. We need to start somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you also wanted me to do a quick crowbar. Maybe I just do that first.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Because what I'm doing today is the system for the safe zones where you need an item in order to access the safe zone. So, for example, the shed, you're going to need a crowbar to pry the planks off of the door. So in normal gameplay, you'd be exploring the map. Maybe you find a crowbar, you're not sure what it's for, or you find the shed first and it will tell you you need a crowbar to get these planks out. So then you go back out, open some containers, find the crowbar, and then you can go open it. That's the idea. So I'm going to be integrating that.
Maybe someone throws you a crowbar.
Yeah. Yeah, right now it'll be totally random. Like, any container will have a chance of popping out a crowbar. But the idea is to have it a bit more specific. So, for example, the crowbar would have a higher chance the closer it is to the garage, for example. So if you're opening containers around the garage, it's a high likelihood that it would have the crowbar. The greenhouse will need like some shears or gardening tool to tear away this like overgrown vines that are going to be in front of it. And it's going to be more likely that you find those vines next to the shed, right? So it'll still be randomized, but there'll be some sense to it, is my idea. So I'll need to figure out how to do that.
Mm-hmm. And for this crowbar, would you want it to be this roughly the same size as the duct tape and the things, or a little bit bigger?
I think it should be the same.
The same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problemo.
They won't necessarily be displayed next to each other, but in terms of the resolution of the thing, I think it makes sense. It's mostly to rotate with the roll of the in-game car. Oh. Did you see it on Blue Sky? I did not. Let me have a look. Louise.
Crowbar.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's really neat. Like just the moving of the hand.
I love that.
Ah, okay, I gotcha. I see what you mean. And you're integrating with the game specifically. Is this something that the game provides, or are you injecting something at runtime to be able to detect these things? I always find that super interesting. It's a telemetry UDP port for those fancy motion sim platforms. Right, so the game just facilitates this for those applications. That's cool. That's really cool. I love the animations of the hand, the wing, actually,
the wings
actually moving to the gear. That's really cool. Amazing. I love it. If you can detect a crash, you could put some stars circling the head. That'd be funny. That I could just hook up into the game and just listen to the data. Good on the devs for doing that. Yeah, that's really cool. Right. So I already made some resources to allow me to do that. I already have a crowbar item in here. Just missing some art, which Selena's working on.
Yeah.
So now we have to define the actual requirement for the safe zone. We already have, which I unfortunately called extraction zone, and then I keep referring to it as safe zone. Just real great, you know? Naming things is very fun and the most fun.
You gotta, the thing is, once you name something and then you don't like the name of it anymore, you gotta have the discipline to keep calling it the bad name that you didn't like, right?
The way that I rationalize it is the code name doesn't matter. It's just the code, and then we can name it whatever we want in the game text to the player, right? So it could be called extraction zone everywhere, but the player might still see safe zone. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't it? But I definitely end up in situations where I use multiple names in the code base, and that's when it gets messy. Yeah. Anyways, flashbang. Love to see it. Okay, we're back. I do not know why it does that. So we have this extraction zone, which is just an area Area 3D detects survivors and triggers the rescue when they enter this area. Right. How do we do the interactable part? So we made an interactable. How does this work?
The thing that you already made? That's crazy.
Interactable. Oh, we give it an interactable. It's an export. Sure. Adukanan, hello. Good evening. How's it going? I had that with my game where the name Encounter is a single screen worth of combat, but the player sees Encounter as the entire level's worth of combat instead. Yeah, it doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter.
Well, no, but it doesn't, because
it doesn't even matter.
It's entirely possible that you would design it to always be called this thing, but then through playtesting or whatever, you decide to change the name of it. You're not going to change the whole code base for it, right? So,
right.
It makes complete sense. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Captain Anosa, hello.
Hello there.
How goes it? Star Wars Outlaws 50% off. I don't think so.
Are you being advertised too?
Well, it's my wish list. I feel like Star Wars Outlaws, I might need like a 90% off to purchase, if I'm gonna be honest. Just because Ubisoft? Is it Ubisoft? Yeah.
Fair enough.
Pretty good. Just ordered a new PC. Yeah, that is exciting. Is this a good feeling new PC? I mean, it looks like it. Because, you know, sometimes it's like, damn it, why did my old PC have to break? But maybe it was just a good excuse to upgrade, right? That's how I like seeing it. It's like I secretly dream of the day that my monitor just doesn't turn on, so I can get like one twice the size.
I think you're being very patient with your monitor. I would have already said, no, it didn't work this one time. That's it. Get out of here. Skedaddle.
New PC flex, people got money, it seems. Well, PC is pretty important. Depending on your on your lifestyle, right? So even if you don't have the money for it, you might choose to get it. We don't know. We don't know this. Okay. So I kind of have to decide how am I gonna do this? Because I could do it all in this scene, like inside this scene, instead of having a resource or whatever. I could literally just have like export var zone name, right? Imagine there'll be some sort of UI when you get close to it. There's some UI that pops up above it to be like, this is the shed. It needs a crowbar.
Yeah, I've been wanting to upgrade for years. I finally pulled the trigger since Expedition 33 won't run on my current PC. Good excuse to upgrade.
Nice.
Huge. That's really nice.
Very nice. Yeah, I keep hearing about this Expedition 33. Like, it's not my kind of game, but so many people are raving about it that I'm like,
you want to try it?
Could it be my kind of game? I got two kids that somehow eat money and stuff. And stuff. I just realized tomorrow is Wednesday and not after tomorrow. I just realized tomorrow is Wednesday, not after tomorrow, and I have a math final I barely know anything in. You're going to cry.
Hey, you know, you can just do your best. And, I mean, unless you're planning to go into a field that you will be tested on maths in the future, don't worry about it too much. Like, it's gonna be fine.
Listen,
but
this is not life advice.
No, do your best. You know,
we need a disclaimer.
Try to pass your test if you can, of course. But don't make yourself miserable over it.
Let's just be responsible and people, you should.
All I'm saying is, as soon as I graduated, no one's ever asked me about my math.
Yeah.
Ever again.
Yeah.
So, didn't matter.
Well.
It didn't matter that I barely passed my maths.
I mean, same for me, and I do software engineering, so.
I just passed, and that was it. I never looked at a math test again.
So, interactable.
You want to go into biomedical engineering if you've got to go college. I wonder if that requires maths. Like how much maths that would need. I went to art school, so 0.
Yeah, I have no idea. So we have required items, so now I need to check. Check, or let's do it the other way around. Required items. Check. So this will check if has.
Did I like art school? Listen, so this is just my personal experience, and I cannot speak about any other experiences, but I went to an arts uni in the UK. I did a foundation degree because I did not know what the heck I wanted to do. So I did that, and I did a little bit of everything for 1 year, which I thought that was fun. I then decided to do graphic design because I had it in my head that I needed to do something that would have a decent salary, right? Even though in my heart of hearts I wanted to do illustration, but you know, I was always unfortunately under the impression that illustrators can't make any money. So I said, okay, let's do graphic design. And then I basically taught myself for 3 years and I graduated. And then I did a master's because I thought, well, you know, I'll probably get a better job if I have a master's. And then I did a year of more graphic design and branding. And to be honest, I mean, I just wish I didn't have to pay for it for the rest of my life. But, you know, I feel kind of salty that it's very much if you only get as much out of it as you put in. So like if you don't, because I don't think I personally got taught very much. Like I taught myself. I was just given briefs. So I'm a little bit salty about that. But yeah. I really do, in hindsight, really do wish I had done illustration. I do regret this. Just trying to study something just because I thought it would make money. That was not a good call. But I can confirm I did not need to do a lot of maths.
$1080. What graphics card did you order, Captain? Because tell us that's gonna be a hell of an upgrade. 5070 Ti, nice.
Read.
Oh, sorry.
It was in the message.
Sorry. I didn't see that it had the upgrade as well.
Rough.
My bad.
Listen, does this look like a crowbar to you? Oh yeah, that's a crowbar.
Yeah, that's good. Ship it. Don't waste time on it.
Don't waste your time on things and stuff.
We recently upgraded Celine's PC because hers was just death's doors.
I mean, mine was over a decade old, right?
Yeah.
So I think it warranted an upgrade.
Like it struggled to even start up.
Oh yeah, it blue screened every time.
Yeah.
Poor thing. Yeah. It actually got to the point where I was like, is it gonna turn on? Am I gonna lose everything? And now it's so nice. I'm so pleased. It turns on quickly. It doesn't take 10 minutes to turn on. I remember the first time I booted it up, I was ready to go make some tea or something, and it's just, nope, it was just done. Yeah, 10 years. It was hey, it lasted 10 years, so that, you know.
Good value for your money.
Good value. It was really good at the time because it was like my dad gave it to me as a you know, uni present. Like, here you go, you're gonna be doing computer things, have a good computer. yay! And then 10 years later, it's not as good anymore. Turns out you need to upgrade it.
Mm. 2017, yeah.
Yeah. It's wild, right? When you think like 2017 is like ages ago.
Items and interactable is not active. Interactable dot enable. Okay, now we need some sort of event that happens on.
Oh no, Howie, that's yikes. It stopped opening only to a black screen. Yikes. Whew. The thing is now, I've now had the old PC here next to me for months. But it's like, how do you can't just bin it. Right? Like you can't just put it in the bin. You gotta get it taken away, right? Like,
if you're a
responsible
adult, you would not throw a bunch of electronics in the trash.
You can't just bin it. So it's now where I put my hats. Just put my hats on it.
Turned into a shelf.
Yeah, it's a shelf. I mean, I'm sure I could like give away the case, right? Like I'm surely like
give it away.
Like just the shell of it, you know.
What do you mean give it away?
Like put it online or something. Like I don't know. Like put it downstairs and like I did with the the thing. Just put a note. Here's a free tower.
Yeah.
Like, take it. Someone might take it.
Like I don't really have a need to upgrade my PC. Well, okay, maybe that's not necessarily true. Now that we stream, it would probably be nice for me to have a bit more RAM, and even VRAM to, like, when stuff gets crazy on the stream overlay,
Yeah.
it starts to lag. I don't know if that's something that I could fix, or maybe it's CPU bound. I don't know. So I guess I do have a tiny excuse, but other than that, most games I like to play are not performance heavy at all. So I really don't have an excuse. But ever since you got your upgrade, I'm like,
You're jealous.
damn.
You're jelly.
Damn.
I remember being so upset when I played, what was it, the Jurassic Evolution?
Right.
Not that I played it much. Now, at all. Sure, I couldn't have played Planet Coaster 2. Oh, classic question. Siblings or couple? We are a couple. We are not related.
True.
Thank you for asking. We do both have brown hair and wearing matching outfits and have glasses, though. So I understand the I understand the curiosity. We are from two very different parts of the world as well. Oceans apart.
if it turns out we are related, then we should be playing the lottery every day.
That's freaking wild. Could you like think about it? When we were little kids, we were literally like
on the opposite sides of the
Which
globe.
ocean is it? I don't want to get it wrong.
The Atlantic.
Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, so now we need to Starlight Lacuna. Hello.
Hi, thank you for the raid.
How's it going? Hope you had a great stream. Hey. Feel free to let us know what you are up to.
Yeah, please do.
And of course, if you have to raid and run, completely understandable. Don't you worry about it.
Goodness, what if I told you that there was... What do we call it? Rogue pixels.
I love those.
No.
They're my favorite.
No!
What's that noise? There's noise.
Your keyboard clacking? You were typing pretty loudly, but I don't think that was it. That?
I don't know.
A really weird noise. Oh, are you gonna fart, Runty? That was happening. Oh, close enough. Roge.
Good setup. Starlight says, I was remaking a game jam entry in Godot. Lots of code spaghetti to unravel. Oh, so relatable, Starlight.
I mean, that's wild because we're remaking that.
Yeah.
Jam game.
Yeah, we're in the same boat. We relate. We're actually started over completely. Okay. So I guess I get to choose the hat as it was not specified, so I will match the Stellini.
Runty's a fan of the Froge hat. That's where I'm in my element.
They did clarify. They did clarify.
Oh no, ads.
Ads.
Oh, I feel so bad.
They're gonna come back from ads and they're gonna see me like this.
Like, what happened?
There's gonna be some whiplash.
Transported to a different stream altogether. Sorry, Aoi. I Runty wants the Froge hat. Runty gets the Froge hat.
Owie, do please watch out for the spammage. Starlight, hopefully you're back. Sorry about the ads. I don't know how much you caught from what we were saying, but we are currently in the process of remaking a game jam entry, so completely understand what you're going through. We just started from scratch, but we used the opportunity to redesign the game, so it's not all bad. It's not all bad. Stargate Blue, thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Putting this under UI and loot.
So look at those, all those Catito emotes.
Oh, look at them dancing.
Love it.
I love those. Those are cute.
We too are cat enjoyers over here.
Yeah. In fact, we made a whole game with cat.
That's true. We did, in fact. We love cats so much that we did this. There's a whole cat cafe game.
I need to point that way.
It's hard.
To
it's
the
hard
void.
to know
To the void.
where we're going. It's difficult. Okay.
Oh my god. Wait, go big again for 1 second.
Nope, I died.
No, no, no. You have like a little...
Yeah, I do.
I love that.
But yeah, we refactored our game so hard that it went from 2D to 3D. That's how hard we crashed out.
Why not make it harder for ourselves, you know?
Yeah, yeah. We're committed now. No going back.
Listen, I saved a crowbar in the same place where the duct tape.
Thank you very much. Accidentally added the D. Yep. Precisely.
Okay, so with that done, we got this to figure out.
Okay. So is this now working? No. I can still get it.
Boop, boop, boop,
I
boop,
don't
boop,
have a
boop.
crowbar and I can still open it. So that did not work.
Yippee.
But yeah, Starlight, I hope that refactor is going well. Yeah. Okay, so on interactable interact. Yep. Sure.
Don't do that. Am I allowed? Yes.
Why can I interact with it? Because I've said active equals false. I didn't even like the banana I had in the beginning, but it grew on me. I've never been able to relate more to a statement about refactoring. Wait, which one? Did you also add a D with your refactor?
Add a D.
Active, true.
Got a lurk. I hope you'll have a great rest of the stream and best of luck on the refactor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of your week.
Enjoy the rest of today as well.
Okay, so here, if it's not active, it can't do the thing. In here, I've made it so it's not active. Let me do a test. Go to origin here. We're gonna go to interactables and we're gonna instantiate an interactable scene, and we're gonna say it's not active. If I run the game, I should not be able to do anything with it.
Where the heck are my arms?
Okay, and if I activate it, I can now do something with it. If I deactivate
Why
it,
is the rum always gone?
I
Why
can't.
is it always gone?
Cheers.
Thank you for the hydrate.
No, just when refactoring gets so out of hand that you've shaved 17 yaks and somehow ended up with a new LLC by the end of it.
Banana.
It's so funny when I walk away and return to see banana and frog hats.
That's just our stream.
Oh, we did it to ourselves, didn't we? Well, I blame Celine.
You blame me?
100%.
That's kind of uncalled for.
Am I lying?
I didn't say that. Saying that's uncalled for.
So if it's not active, why is it activating? Oh, because I'm a dingus. Roger that. That makes a lot of sense, and it's usually the case as well. So I don't know why I don't always assume that the first time. Does anyone else have that? Maybe this is probably the most relatable thing of anyone that does software dev. The first thing you assume is, why is this not working? Why is the engine broken? Why whatever? And then it's always you. But you then always continue to assume that it's not you. Right?
Oh, it's me. I'm the problem. I'm always more scared when it works.
Yeah. Why is that? Oh, it's my fault. It's always my fault. So why don't I just immediately assume that I did something dumb? It would save me so much time.
Because there's always that 1% of the time where it is the engine being
that's true. That's true.
So then you just put all the weight on that 1%.
Yeah. just believe.
Yeah.
That can't happen. That doesn't happen on my machine. That shouldn't happen. Why does that happen? Oh, I see. How did that ever work? How have we released the game? That does not make sense. I used to do that, but then overwhelming evidence accumulated, so now I go to I must be an idiot by default. 999 out of 1,000, it's accurate. Yeah, I too can relate to that. Experience teaches us software devs are bad, computers good. Yeah, computer's always right. Yep. Unfortunate fact. Can they just fix the AI? Can't they make the AI better so that like it just makes you feel like a god, you know? Like you're just writing utter slop and somehow everything works. Imagine that world, you know?
What, like it just works in the background to fix your slop?
Every time you do something stupid, it waits for you to go to another file and it fixes it for you.
And then you never see it change?
Yeah, no, you just assume you wrote it perfectly. Air tools are so hit or miss. Yeah, they are. They're not at this stage. That's what I mean. Like they need to hurry it up and make them flawless. I'm kidding. I'm mostly kidding here. Hey, darling, please help me make this thing. Of course, here you are. No, that's not it. It's not even the right language. Ugh. I mean, it was not that bad, but today, I was implementing a feature and I was running into this issue. And I didn't know where else to look. Like, I wasn't even sure what was happening. So I use Cursor for work. I open the little chat tab and I ask it, like I highlight a specific line and ask it, just give me some ideas. Why could this possibly not be working? And then it just like changed my whole file. And I'm like, bro, I asked you a simple question. Why have you refactored my entire code? It's not that bad, right? Right?
Is it?
just went off on a tangent. Okay, let me get that crowbar art real quick.
Real quick.
Guy seems to cheat and hack a lot these days. How do you mean? Cheat and hack. I mean, I'm a full believer. Like, I use AI for coding, for work, like, always. I no longer code without AI.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Imagine telling that to you from like 5 years ago.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy, yeah. I find it extremely useful. Like, ridiculously useful. Like, it doesn't write stuff for me. Like, I can't ask it for a full feature and it gets it right. That just doesn't happen. But just like the autocomplete and like basically doing a Google search in line while you're writing the code, it's so fast. It's so fast. 99.9% of the time, autocompleter is just completely wrong. That is not my experience at all. My experience is that 90% of the time, it's completely right. And I just click tab and I move on. It very much depends on what kind of technology you're using. Like, I do web development, especially with TypeScript. It's really good at doing it. Yeah, anything that I'm writing has been written a billion times before, so it is more than capable of doing it. Oh, we're free.
You're free from the banana.
Oh.
Oh,
It's so hot.
it's pretty hot.
Too warm.
Holy.
Ulivi, hello.
Hi.
They ask, are you satisfied with your last game's profit?
Yeah.
Are we satisfied? It made way more money than we were expecting, and we were expecting next to nothing, right?
Yeah,
So,
it far exceeded
yeah.
our expectations.
We had very low expectations, and because, you know, we had no marketing, it was our first game, it was a small game, it was a niche game, so our expectations were very low, and it completely exceeded that. So yeah, very happy. In terms of it being a commercial success, then no. it does not pay the bills in any way. But we didn't expect it to.
Yeah.
For boring web dev stuff, which is what I'm doing to make money, Copilot works great for me too. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I've only used Cursor. I don't know if anyone is using like GitHub Copilot or Windsurf or anything like that, but Cursor seems really good at taking your own code base as context. So it very quickly starts to autocomplete in my style, and using the utilities in the code base. Like, it's really good at doing it. Great. Good luck for this game as well to you. Thank you.
Thank you, yeah.
Two nerdy nerds out here killing it. I hope this game does well for you too. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. That's super kind. Yeah, I mean, we're hoping that this game has a bit of a broader appeal in terms of target audience, you know.
Yeah. True.
It hopefully is not as niche of a game.
That is the hope. Because our first game, the scope was incredibly small. It took us about a year of weekends and a few evenings to get it done. This one is a lot larger in scope because we're kind of trying to push ourselves, see what we can do. Like, it's kind of hard to put into words, but the first one, our goal was to
complete it,
get something done, publish a game. But now our goal is to like flex the game dev muscles, if that makes sense. Like, we want to see what can we do if we just push it. Hopefully that pays off, but it's pretty competitive out there, so it's okay. It's a hobby at the moment, so we hope that one day we can go full time, but until then, we're just gonna have some fun making some cool games.
Yeah.
I also write really niche code. Yeah, if you're doing like hyper specific stuff, yeah, that's why I don't ask it to write whole features. It just messes up so easily, you know? But at the same time, like, seeing where it was a couple years ago and where it is now, I think it'll get there. It's not going to take that long, which is scary, but also exciting. So, tomatoes.
Oh my goodness, it's tomatoes. I was so deep in my work, I didn't even notice. How rude of me, tomatoes, to not welcome you properly. I'm so sorry. Let me make it up to you.
Game dev as a hobby. Game dev as a hobby that once in a while pays for pizza night is good enough for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough that people received our game well, and you know, we were expecting a pizza. We were expecting a fancy night out would have been amazing, and we were able to get like a nice holiday out of it. So that completely blew past our expectations.
Correct way of fruit. Oh no, buddy.
Scary but exciting if you love tech, and pushing it forward. Yeah. I completely understand the fears of you know, like job replacement and that type of stuff. They're completely valid fears, but the curious person in me just wants to know, how far can this go? Like, you know, I'm dying to know how far this technology can be pushed. But then there's also the creative side of me, which is like, the better and cheaper AI gets, the more we're going to be able to make with less resources. That's also really exciting to me. You know, a world where everyone has access to that tool is very different from today's world. It's like, okay, if everyone could pay an AI to make them a game, then why are people even buying games anymore? Like, it's a weird world, but at the same time, do I care? I just want to make my own games. I just want to make stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So the safe zone is no longer accessible. So now we need to make it so that we can test if we get a crowbar, does it work? So I'm just going to make the crowbar very high weight, so I will for sure get a crowbar from a container. Ooh, sorry. I also feel like the drive to make things when anyone can make it, the passion doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. Again, valid concern. I completely agree. It's so hard to understand what that world looks like. And it might not exist. That world might never come to be.
I mean, for me, like, art-wise, I'm sure you can make friggin' art that would take someone like 2 weeks to make in 3 seconds, but that hasn't like put me off wanting to draw personally. Okay, yeah, it's out there, but that's not stopping me from expressing my creativity.
Sure. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's a given. I think it's a possibility, but I don't think it's a given.
It's a individual, case by case basis. Obviously, it affects everyone differently.
Yeah. Not creating that, stealing from existing artists.
Oh, of course not. That's a different argument.
Yeah.
I'm just the thought here is that it hasn't like made me suddenly want to stop drawing just because that exists and it's out in the world. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah,
it's out there.
Discussions, yeah.
Yeah. What I can do is keep drawing.
Okay, so I did get the crowbar, but nothing changed. So let's add some logs here.
That's a refreshing take. Yeah, I mean, you can't help it that technology is out there and it's being used, kind of. Sometimes being upset over things you can't control, like too much, is just bad for your mental health. So you gotta look at what you can control, and in this case, well, I can control my actions by I'm not gonna use the AI, and I'm still gonna create art myself and put human made art with mistakes and all that stuff, but very much my own.
It's also, it's like there's the moral conversation, which I think most sane people agree that making a commercial product out of stolen artists' work is not okay. But then there's also the realistic side of the conversation where, the amount of money going into these AI companies, there's no way governments are going to side with the artists because they're bought and paid for, right? So if we're having a realistic conversation, that's just how the world is and how it's going to continue to be. So where do we go from here, right? The genie's out of the bottle. So how do we move forward? There's some interesting technologies, and there was like that movement from artists where they were, all the images they were putting out on the internet, they were adding, can't remember the name, but
like some sort of special watermark or something?
It would do something to the image that would screw up the AI's training.
Yeah.
It was so funny, like even some people from AI companies started calling that, they used some term like digital terrorism or something. That artists were protecting their work.
Wow.
They were complaining about
it. Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Jayak, hello.
Hello.
I'm a mini music producer. I wanted to ask if you guys need music for your projects. Appreciate the offer, but we're okay. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know, from a personal perspective, I'm just excited to see where these crazy sci-fi tools go and just how much can we make with them. I don't know. it just seems so freeing to be able to. Code is the perfect example. Like with AI, I can now more comfortably step into different technologies. Like it's very rare for me to fear trying something new now with programming, whether it's a different framework, a different language, a different library, whatever, because I know that I can just open up a file, have like a 5-minute discussion with this completely sci-fi, with ignoring how crazy it is, talking to this machine and perfectly understand how to move forward and unblock myself like in minutes, if not seconds. It's so empowering, I guess.
Geeking Yell, hello there. Good evening. Thank you for your fart.
Ooh, we got a fact.
Yeah. You want to take it?
There are 2 summer solstices, one for the north and one for the south. The northern summer solstice will happen June 20th, 21st, or 22nd. The 20th this year. So that's today. The summer solstice is today. No, 20th. No. 10 days from now.
It's 20. It's 8 o'clock. That's why you saw the 20th on your.
Oh yeah. While the southern one will be in December. Interesting. Is that like? It's like the opposite side of the year. Probably not.
Yeah.
I did not know there were 2 solstices, but that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for sharing, Geeking Gale.
Hello, Goob.
Hey, Goob.
And yes, one of us did get a haircut, but that one person was not me. You got a haircut.
Yeah, it just didn't fit in the banana, so I had to trim. I mean, the indie game dev community right now is perfectly fine and anti-AI, so I feel like that's all we can do, not support AI art. Yeah, I think it's important for you to exercise your right of choice and not use things that you think are wrong. I think the sad reality, though, is that won't stop it. So you may have to come to terms with that at some point.
Well, it's different because, there's a lot of things that are unfortunate in the world, but you can, like you say, you just personally choose to not support it.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do.
But, there's a possible world where, in the same way that everyone uses Photoshop now for digital art or whatever. Not everyone, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's an industry standard.
A big percentage. There may come a time where it's just the norm to be AI assisted.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's a scenario where artists are empowered. They're not replaced. I feel like that's the most likely scenario because you still need good taste. The AI won't replace good taste for a good while. So I think an artist is more than putting pixels on a screen, right?
Yeah. For sure. Where's the torso? I don't know about this. I might need to redo this bit. The wheel's not looking like a wheel. I'm sorry.
The wheel is not looking like a wheel. Could you just try something for me? Like if you set that white, set it to green. I know that those aren't the final colors. I'm just want to see how it looks.
Where is it?
And then do like some random splotches of that blue and the brown and stuff.
That's the thing, is I've never done this before.
Right.
Does that look any less weird?
Like I definitely think it doesn't look as off as it did before, right?
Yeah, it's just not right. It can be this. It'll need redoing.
Yeah. That's an idea, zombie bus. Kind of looks like a hurricane.
The wheels on
yeah,
the zombie.
I see it.
Yeah, it's too stylish. I don't like.
When you guys are importing Celine's assets, do you just frame it how you want? Because in sprite sheets, things are very specifically spaced out. Just curious to the workflow difference between tile sets, sprite sheets versus pixel art, hand-drawn art.
Right. So, I mean, you have one of the humans that you could show.
Yeah.
Basically, I will draw every body part, and then, yes, it is put into a very specific grid. Sprite sheet grid. Which, to make things easier, it's just the size of the full body. Like each square, well, rectangle, is just the full size of the body. So all I have to do is duplicate it 40 times and delete the layers that I don't need.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, it's a sprite sheet.
It's very laborious. There might be better ways to do it. This is just how I've been doing it.
Yeah. Currently, the grid... Celine draws the individual pieces in Procreate, and then she puts it together in Photoshop or Illustrator.
Photoshop.
Yeah. No worries. Titan, how's it going?
Yeah.
The reason with this that we're keeping it all like this on the same spacing is that we're gonna have multiple of these human sprites, right? So this is Olive, but then we'll have someone else. Well, we'll have many different survivors, and this is a way for Celine to draw the elements exactly where they're supposed to go. So like the hair is on the right position, the nose is on the exact right position. That way I can reconstruct it in engine without messing anything up. It's exactly like Celine drew it. Oh, bald Olive.
And yeah, modular to make it easier. Yeah. So, if we wanted to in the future make someone with a red shirt, then I wouldn't have to redraw the entire thing either. It's just like
you could use different shirts. Yeah. Another reason for the modularity is the animation.
Yeah.
Animations are done in engine, and it uses the different parts, animates the different parts individually. So that's why we need all the slices. How's it going, Langos?
Hello, hello.
Like your approach to that? Yeah, it's been working so far. For us, the big question is when it comes time to scale, right? So we did three survivors at the moment. But for the final game, if we want to do like 20, that's going to be the stress test. Is like, is this good enough to do 20 times over? Or will it break? You know? So there might still be some refining in the process to make it more efficient. But at least in terms of results, it has felt quite nice. Goob, you have news.
Goob.
What's up? What is that icon you have? Elden Ring super fan. Oh my god.
Now a Steamworks developer.
Hey, let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
Oh, that's great.
When can we expect the ability to wish list?
Let's give a yay.
And there was much rejoicing.
There was much rejoicing.
Very, very exciting. Are we gonna get a vibe clicker Steam page soon? I have to figure out how to do that stuff, but vibe clicker will be my first game on Steam.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, and Goob, I mean, we don't have like extensive
Job well done.
knowledge of Steamworks, but if you do have any questions, feel free to send them over. We at least know the basic stuff.
And I feel like in this case, if something doesn't work, it actually probably is not you, and it is in fact Steamworks.
Yeah, with Steamworks, there's probably like a 20% chance that it's Steamworks breaking. It's not you. This is true. What was I doing?
I have no idea.
I was
what
just
you were
yapping. And now...
Have you added my crowbar?
Yes. I was debugging. That's right. That's right.
El debug. I've derailed you. No.
Yeah, it's all good.
We love answering your questions.
That's why we're here, you know? To hang out.
I gave this guy a very big palm. I need to fix that. That's a wide palm.
Okay. So, got it. Got it. Checking crowbar, got it. What?
What is even that?
Huh? Wait, did I do that the wrong way around?
That should be my professional title, Pro Distractor.
I did it the wrong way around. Fine. It's fine. Okay, so start it. Crowbar. Do not got it. I do not got the crowbar. But now I go over here. I can't open it because I do not have the crowbar. Then I open this. I got the crowbar. But it did not recheck. It did not recheck. Why did it not recheck?
Oh no, there's a rogue pixel somewhere. No, don't laugh at me.
I feel like at this point, those tools should have a rogue pixel finder.
Right?
Okay, so I got a crowbar.
Come on, I killed it. That's good.
Did I? Okay, right. See, the problem is that I'm a dingus. Again, once again.
The problem is you.
I wrote a bunch of code, and
you didn't call it or something.
I never called the code, and here we are.
Call your code, kids.
Run your code. It helps.
I do that all the time. No need to call the function after you write it.
I feel like I do it too much, you know?
That's gonna be my default rubber duck question.
That would actually be really helpful.
Like, did you call your code?
That would be
like
incredibly helpful.
Did you call your code, sir?
Okay. No, I didn't. That'll be my response at least, I don't know, 30% of the time that something is wrong. Okay, so I can't open it. I get the crowbar. We have rechecked. We do have the crowbar, and we can now open the shed because we have the crowbar. That's pretty cool. Boom.
Wow.
Duct tape. Okay. So now we can still have ones that are free in the meantime until we define what needs doing. So this one I can just do without any item. So we figure it out. And then this one has the requirement. I need to get the thing, and then I can open it. Oh! So you can go away, you can go away, you can go away, you can go away. Alrighty. So for now, we're just gonna choose a completely random value. So we'll say on the weight, let's do like 0.5 for the crowbar. Yeah. Okay. Does this kind of break the level just because there's not too many containers in here at the moment? So we need to fix that for the game to still be playable. We do have In some assets that Celine gave us.
I haven't used Procreate in ages, but there's a setting to find rogue pixels. I think it's layer select gesture control.
Oh, snap.
How would I even do that? Listen. I don't like gestures. Wait. How do? I need to see it.
How do?
How do this?
Where would I find the pile of leaves?
In the props.
The props sheet. Ah, yes. Right. Yeah, it kind of looks like a bush more than a pile of leaves, doesn't it?
Can we see it?
Yes.
Right. For rogue pixels, basically, it wants you to use the automatic selection and then tap on the canvas, and it will show you where the pixels. It'll show you everything on that layer, so you'll be able to see like where there's. That's a neat trick. We'll use it next.
Goob, if you're still around, I'm not sure we're gonna be able to get this to a playable state by your indie gauntlet date. I'll do my best to be there to hang out, but game wise, I don't think we're there yet. It's too broken. I don't think the feedback would be too valuable.
It's a hot mess still.
Think about playing it in spirit. Hey, I'll get it over to you soon, TM, but not that soon, unfortunately. Speaking of playing games, have you had the chance to test out Vibe Clicker? I have not. This is on itch. Do you have a link by any chance? Oh, no, wait. I found a video. I bet that has a link. You did not include a link on your videos? It's on my site. Oh, I see. There we go. Cool. Nice. I got it. I will definitely give that a go. Self-hosted, yeah. Goop's fancy.
Yeah.
Self-hosted for now. I was gonna put it on itch and GX Games and Steam. Yep. Yeah, I mean, depending how serious you are in terms of, like, I don't know if you're gonna get into the whole like Steam machine, you know, like worrying about wish lists and invisibility and all that stuff. But if you are, then I do think the itch launch can be really good. So, you know, I think you're usually really good about that stuff, but, you know, taking care of your itch page, making it look nice, having the trailer and the screenshots, you usually do that, so I'm not worried, but worth mentioning. Not a networking guide, just standard FTP. Yeah. It's a weird place to be, I would say. Like, dreaming of wish lists.
Yeah.
And worrying about marketing beats and Steam events and Next Fest and blah, 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 blah. It can be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those weird things where, like, when it comes to your game, the more you put in, the more you get out. In a rough sense, right? The more effort you put in, the better of a game it becomes. But that side of things, of marketing and I guess, yeah, marketing generally, it doesn't necessarily work like that.
Yeah.
You will get more out of it the more you put in, true. But putting tons into it doesn't necessarily equal success. Which,
it's rough. It's rough.
Yeah, it can be hard on the mental, you know? Okay, I'm gonna make the leaf pile a container just for now. We can use a different sprite or whatever later. Okay, so containers, I'm gonna duplicate this. I'll say leaf pile.
I'm really utilizing this game as a test game for Steam. I'm not selling the game, but the next one I bring to Steam will probably be paid. My subs, donations, etc. all kind of paid for me to get it on Steam, so I don't mind.
Gotcha.
All
okay.
right, that's really cool.
So it's gonna be a free to play. Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, in that case, I mean, I'm sure you still want as many people as possible to play it, so you might still be interested in the marketing beats, but it definitely alleviates the pressure side of it.
And Bitmage, you say you want to start your game, but it's hard to see basically the end result, so you're scared to start. I think that's probably your biggest challenge is going to be getting over that fear and getting over just your own fear of, I would say mostly self-criticism, right? Like of like you can't do it, or like you don't know enough, or you know, there's like a lot of excuses that we make that will stop us from doing something. And I think the way we broke through that was by sharing our process, and the stream has basically held us accountable, because the only way you'll ever get a game done is if you work on it a little bit consistently for a long period of time. Like, that will get you through to a game, you know. If you don't do that, it won't get made, right? But having said that, like, sticking to that routine is so difficult. It's so hard. I think if we didn't stream, I don't think we'd ever get anything done.
Nope.
Like completed. I think we just have a lot of beginnings of projects, but we would never finish anything. So I think for us, the stream really helps. So it's about you finding a system that keeps you accountable and keeps you working, whether that is a community where you know, again, share your progress and have other people around you kind of holding you accountable, and then you hold them accountable. You know, it's like, you know, show me what you've been up to, like what are you doing, so that then you feel like next time you catch up, you want to have something to show for it. And then just
It's like a reward.
yeah. And just basically celebrate all of your small wins, If you just sat down and worked on something for an hour, feel proud that you worked on it for an hour. Don't say, oh, I only worked on it for an hour, I should have worked like 4 or 5. Like, no, be like, I sat down and worked on it for an hour. That's great. It's better than not working on it.
Yeah, but also the annoying part of it is that's really hard.
Yeah.
It's
really so hard. It's
We failed at that.
Yeah.
We failed at that. When we were first working on Super Cat Cafe, we burnt out. We could not have that routine until we started the stream, and then it's like, it's stream time. It's time to work on the game. That's what we do now. Doesn't matter if we want to do it, if we don't want to do it. Yeah. It's what we do. And that's what got us there eventually.
Yeah, everyone has different motivators, and everyone has different blockers as well. So yeah, Goob was saying that streaming also helps them, which I think it's that public accountability that's like, I don't want to let a whole group of people down, so I gotta sit down and get some work done.
Yeah.
It's kind of heartbreaking that you don't have that accountability for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's heartbreaking. It's like you wish you could show up for yourself, but it's like, I could just take a nap instead. Yeah. But like if it's for you want to show it to someone else, then suddenly you get moving. And you can always start with jams that are like weekend jams or week-long jams if you want to kind of like really force a project like to happen start to finish in a way. So that's a good way to have a brief and work on a little project and get it done in a specific time frame. Cat hat.
Showing stuff to my friends keeps me going. Yeah. You really cannot just be in a silo.
No, you need other people.
Yeah. Some people can do it. I don't know how. They're insane. But without having some semblance of feedback, of interest, it's so hard to just keep going. That's part of what we get from streaming and from you guys hanging out. We get to hear your opinions, your ideas for the game, and all that. But that can come through other forms, like sharing it with friends, like Cat said on a keyboard said. It could be being in a Discord and sharing your progress every once in a while. There's different ways to have that community support. You just have to find what works for you. I think the most unhealthy thing is you already kind of like you already had that self-awareness to see that it's a problem, right? So you're like, I just gotta start it. I don't know, scared to start because can't see the end of it, or sorry, I don't remember exactly what you said. But you already had the insight to correctly assess that. The most unhealthy thing you can do is just go, I should just be better and do it. That you shouldn't do that, because that's not fair to you. You need to think of ways of addressing it, of getting around it. Don't just say, oh, I'm lazy or whatever. That's just not fair to yourself. So just find a way to deal with it. in you know, setting yourself up to succeed. Because I think, especially at the start, I mean, I say that, I get it, I still get it all the time. You know, we'll have some day where we're supposed to be working on something, I just don't feel like it, I'll go play a game instead, and then I'm just hating on myself for it, for not having that initiative or being lazy or whatever. But then I just remember, no, it's a hobby, having fun is important too. And I just move on.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Langus, you gotta do what works for you. You know, as long as that system is working and you keep going back to your game, then that works for you. And that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, of course, all we're saying here, that's our experience. Don't let us dictate how you're supposed to feel. That's not how it works, right? Playing games sometimes inspires you to work on your own. Very true. Very true. So you can call it research.
Research.
Girlfriend and I have a theory. Our cats just think we're big, useless cats. So when they look at us, we assume them saying, I wonder what the big cats are doing. Yeah, me and Celine often have discussions of what we think.
Maka's thinking about us?
Yeah, Maka's thinking. Hard to know, but we're always discussing it. It's a hot topic.
Especially when she does weird stuff.
An example recently of the whole like games inspiring. Recently I reinstalled Zenless Zone Zero. If anyone's allergic to gacha games, feel free to tune out of the stream right now. That game, the combat in that game, like the juice, the effects, I'm playing it and actively in my brain I'm like, I just want to make a game where I can try and recreate this insanity. Like the amount of juice in that game is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And all I'm thinking is I want to make a game that's this amazing. Like VFX wise and sound and stuff, it's just so good.
And Nash fan, good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Hope you're doing all right.
I need a pair of cat ears. Absolutely. Everyone does, I think.
Yeah.
All that juice is used to oil up the wallet to open it.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
It's true. Okay, I need to do something in here. Here we said on open if sprite 3D do the thing. But we're gonna say if opened sprite do this, else sprite 3D hide. That way, with the leaf pile, because we do not have an after sprite, we'll just make it disappear. It didn't work. God damn it.
Oh, it does look too much like a bush.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I failed.
I mean, I could put it like flat on the ground, but it won't be a good effect, I don't think.
I apologize. I'll draw a better leaf pile. Katsa on keyboard said, whenever I show progress to my friends and the scope seems larger, they add 2 years to the release date to keep my delusional ass in check. So far, they say my game is coming out in 2077. Oh no! Listen, for us with this game, we really want to release it next year. We really hope we don't overscope it to the point where it takes us more than 2 years, but...
It's just so hard to gauge.
Yeah.
Because, for example, right now, at this moment in time, I pretty much only touch the game on stream days. It's not all on stream. So like we stream on Saturdays, let's say. I'll work on the game Saturday morning, right? But if it's not a stream day right now, I don't touch it. But last month, I would be working on the game pretty much every single day. I don't know why I was so motivated. But then it just fizzled out. Or, you know, there was some video games that I wanted to play, so I was just doing that instead. Like, it just fluctuates so heavily that it's completely different from like being a full-time game dev where you're working on something every single day just because, you know, that's your job, kind of your routine, what you're supposed to be doing or whatever. That's so different from doing it as a hobby where sometimes you're working on it all the time, sometimes you're not working at it pretty much anytime throughout the week. So yeah, the game could release, you know, next year. It could release, you know, at the start of next year, at the end of next year. It's impossible to know at this point, right?
Yeah. Hence why we won't put a release date until it's practically done already this time.
Last month has been super motivation for me, but already feeling it fade. Yeah, that's just normal, isn't it? That's why we have to make sure that we capitalize. Like when the motivation is there, just use it as much as you can.
For sure.
Such as being a human. Yeah. Right, I was testing a thing. Leaf pile should now disappear. Okay, so it disappears and you get the item. Cool. So now we can just litter these around a little bit until we figure out a better solution, or we have more stuff like boxes and backpacks, that type of stuff. Sometimes you can shake it up, plan milestones like an early play test, see what people think. For me, it gives me a burst before and a burst after to implement the good suggestions they've had. Yep. Agreed. Milestones are pretty big. So for us, the last one we've had was the Steam. It was a Steam event that we wanted to participate with this game. You know, it was low stakes. I mean, it was an official event with thousands of games participating and with game without even a release date on the event page, we were going to be super far down. It's not going to get that much visibility. That didn't matter, though. We set that deadline, and we made it happen. We worked on it a lot, off stream as well, and we made it happen. Just because of that deadline. It does work. It does work. And yeah, I mean, feedback in general, right? It's so motivating. If it's not a complete disaster anyway. Getting good constructive feedback or spotting like quick wins. Like you're watching someone play and you're like, oh, I could fix that. No problem. I know exactly how to fix that. And you just go and do it. It's a really good feeling.
For me, what really helps is having a way to visualize my progress. Yeah.
Mhm.
The post-it notes are great.
Yeah. Yeah, we're starting to be at a stage where we can make use of that more.
Yeah.
We're just in this... We're in this space where we're just like messing around, working on different things. Kind of getting the game to take shape. So we haven't really kept a task list.
Yeah, like
necessarily.
it's so broad right now that keeping a task like we'll spend longer making the task list than getting stuff done.
But you know, maybe we're wrong, and we're just like, if we did it, it might actually help us.
No, I think I'll start to do a task list for me very soon.
Yeah,
because
we're definitely getting there.
Yeah.
Ribbit.
Hey, Maka.
Where's my crowbar?
What I will need a good task list for is once we decide to tackle all the upgrade art, I'm gonna need to tick things off for that.
Yeah.
Just mentally, you know.
It's gonna feel real good when it's all green.
Yeah, I also do think that that's gonna be one of the last things I draw, though.
Yeah. So I just spotted an issue.
Uh-oh.
Couple issues.
Oh, Maka. Scared me.
One is right now there's the loot table that says crowbar as a weight of 0.5, for example. What happens though if you open all the containers and you never roll the crowbar? You're in trouble.
You need to add an if statement. If last available thing on map and no crowbar, give crowbar.
Just give you everything that you're missing.
Yeah, on the last one. Cuckoo. Or you just increase the chance of finding it every time you don't find it.
That's the other thing I was going to say is even if the chance is low, that doesn't mean, you know, you shouldn't just end up getting it on the last one, right?
Yeah.
So the more you fail it, the higher it should be that it can roll it. Man, oh man, that does complicate things.
That sound like more math.
Bit of math. It's not so much math, is more how to do it cleanly type of thing.
Oh no, my cuckoo. My cuckoo's big. I brush her.
Coding is my weakest area, and the ridiculous coding add-on leveling up keeps my neurons activated.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. Dopamine.
Ow, Maka bit my arm.
Dopamine helps.
Maka, I need you to go sit on your spot.
Is it time to bring out the pizza?
She sat down, so I don't... Sorry, baby. Can you go? Okay.
Pizza always works.
The pizza always works.
So even if we made it so that the ramp up, so like you don't roll the crowbar, it goes up a little bit in percentage. You don't roll it, it goes up a little bit. Even if we do that, we still have to account for you not rolling it until the last thing. Am I thinking about this wrong? Okay. Kind of a radical idea. But right now, I'm setting up a loot table, and every time you open a container, it rolls on the loot table and gives you something from it. Instead of doing that though, the loot table for a level could be all managed at the start. So when the map loads, it takes the loot table and it populates the containers with items. That way,
so there it will be in one of those.
Yeah, the loot table would have a crowbar, and that crowbar would need to go somewhere.
That sounds like it solves your problem.
That way you don't have to worry about ramping up, you don't have to worry about running out of containers. They are in the map somewhere. The player just needs to find them. That would make it simpler.
Sounds good to me.
For that, so at the run start, it would need to set up all the loot and then get every container that's on the map and put something in it. Or not. It could be empty, but that's crazy. Half-Life 2 reference. Just have someone pop up and give him a crowbar, name him Barney, and have him say, take this. It's free, man. Nice. Oh my god.
Hello, Tempted.
How's it going? Good evening. Hope you had a great stream. Great charity stream. Raising some monies for the otters.
Yes, how was it?
Siler, hello. X5, hello. What year is it? We're doing pretty good. Celine is drawing a fast zom.
I am.
He's called Linguini.
He is.
And I don't know. I've been doing some weird stuff. I'm not even sure myself what I've been doing.
It's just not been a great day.
Been pinballing. Yes. Hope that's going well. I think we need the fastest noodle. Anything new to show off, Timtic? Any new additions to the pinballing? Half-Life kind of has zombies, right? Like with the head crabs. They're kind of like zombies. So the reference would be fitting.
What are you trying to say?
Is this agreeable, Runty? They have zombies, right? Pretty much. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll need something. Even just like the lambda sign, you know?
What are we talking about?
Half-Life, the video game.
Oh.
Has zombies in it. The crowbar is a thing.
Right.
In Half-Life, so that's why Runty was suggesting the free man. Yeah, you definitely need a mall if we're making references, and a baby zombie. I feel like this has been mentioned before. What's the baby zombie?
Wasn't there like a series that had zombie babies that was kind of cringe?
I know.
Like the VFX for the baby were kind of cringe, I think.
No idea. A mall. We're gonna have like a department store or like a grocery store, hopefully. A mall. I don't know. On a chicken. Like a chicken jockey reference.
Oh no, not this.
We might not be maybe we're too old to put that in the game.
Probably.
We need to hire a 20-year-old consultant to add the chicken jockey to our game. Dawn of the Dead? Dawn of the Dead has a baby zombie? How do I not remember this at all? Ugh. I'm glad I don't.
No, I want to see it.
I mean, to be fair, I must have been in my early teens when I watched that.
Ben, welcome. Thank you for that fart.
The woman births it. Oh, man. Hey, Ben. Posted a video. Let's check it out. In the mall. Got it. Got it. Oh, snap. We have a launcher.
Look at that, Tempting.
Oh, let's go. Nice. Oh, you are progressing. We got bumpers as well. Do the bumpers bump?
Bump, 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 bump.
See. Oh yeah, they look. It looks like they bump. How did you handle the bumpiness, Stemtic? If you have to go to bed, I completely understand. I think it's getting late for you, but how did you implement the bump? Is it just like properties of the Is it just properties of the body, or do you actually do it in code, like apply a force, vectors and stuff? Yeah, so you do it yourself, right? Did something similar for our pinball game. But listen. What if just quick and dirty squanch on the bumper when the ball hits it? Think about it. Just think about it. Quick tween, scale up, scale down. Done. just think about it. That was my idea already. Nice. We're on the same page then. This is good. Squanch.
Squanch.
Yes.
Hello.
You gotta. I died. God damn it.
Where would we be without the squanch?
Squanch is king. Yeah.
This is all I got.
That is better. I think the black can't be black.
Can't?
I don't think so. I don't think the black works.
It's the shoes.
It's the shoes. What about that center part not being black? I like the outer parts maybe, if that's the shoes.
What if it's empty? Is it weird?
Oh, interesting. Empty.
Is it weird?
I think it is weird. Yeah. What about just like an off-white grayish for that center part? I'll be heading out now. Have a fun stream, nerds. Thank you, Temptic.
Thank you.
Have a nice rest.
Have an awesome rest of the week. I thought the black looked the best.
No, I think I agree with you.
Again, I don't think it's right. But again, if you think of sorry, I'm sucking away from the microphone. If you think about it, that's just one frame. You will not see it like that. You will never see just that. That is just a singular frame in the end, like in the animation when it runs. It's essentially a smear frame, so it's gonna look weird, right?
Yeah.
I'll have to draw a complete circle, like frame by frame animation for that.
Yeah, I guess it being empty is common. Yeah, I think it would be hard for us to decide until it's in motion.
Yeah. Probably fine for now.
Change these shoe colors, then you can swirl a different color and not black.
Everyone's shoes are black. This is the black shoe universe.
Shoes that are not black literally don't
so-
exist.
I'm sorry, that is just a thing. Everybody's shoes are black.
Fair. We need a zombie that is being made less scary by giving a fake nose and glasses, like encourage the cowardly dog. We've talked about a clown zombie, so
Well, that might be the other zombie type that you've got there right
the
now.
spitter.
The spitter. He's got his little like flower or honk thing that sprays. No?
I think the challenge with the clown is like if we're making categories of zombies, like the fitness or muscle zombies, or the smart brainy zombies. What's the clown?
Silly.
Silly. So you'd use him for silly upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Pizzazz?
Lucas, hello.
The pizzazz upgrade.
What is the pizzazz upgrade?
Like the dog just gets like flashy outfits and cosmetics and stuff.
Clown is its own category. Yeah. The zombie virus changes his hair colors. Yeah.
And texture.
The cure is so good.
And it fixes your clothes too.
I actually think once the doc is done saving humanity, I think the cure has so many more applications. he'll be so rich.
It even gave him back a tooth. It regenerated the tooth. Missing teeth.
Clown shoots with the soda spray bottle. Yeah, I mean it would fit the mechanic that we have in the game. So, like the little flower that spits out water.
Yeah. Bum 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 bum.
Yeah, but I think the direction is good. I think the swirlies work better, and I also like the little spikes you added bottom right, like it's kicking up dirt or something. That looks cool.
I do think that this is gonna have to be a couple animations stacked on top of each other. A couple effects.
Yeah, sure.
Owie, please review your math sheets. Do your
luck.
best. Good luck.
Good luck with the math.
The cure makes his hair healthy and gives him more polygons. Yeah.
Right. I definitely do not have the brain capacity to make the change that I just said for the containers.
Can you write it down so you don't forget next time, or will you remember?
I'll remember. So, yeah, basically, loot generation needs to happen on the start of the run. Probably, yeah. Probably even take into account the number of containers. So like when I have this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 containers. So it would start with a predefined list. Like I always need a crowbar. So that would get added to the list. And then it would roll more items to fill up containers from the loot table. That way, containers always contain the required items. They'll always be somewhere. And then the rest of the loot is randomized. But if I add 20 more containers, it will scale up accordingly. I got a plan. Yeah. So I think what we'll do is probably call it here today. next stream is Friday. I will try to make this change before Friday, so that Friday I can start animating Linguini here.
Alright, I'm struggling with that.
Because I'm very excited to get this nerd schmovin'. That would be very cool. Today is not Friday. I wish. I wish. Yeah, there's tons of stuff I want to do with this zombie. There's the animations themselves, which I think are going to be fun. But then there's the VFX. Imagine like when he's sprinting, it'll be like kicking up some dust behind him. I also want to make it so that they can bump into walls and like have an animation thingy when they, you know, crash into a tree. They'll like react and be stunned or something.
Yeah.
I think that would be really funny. Yeah. Yeah. This is good. At least I got the thing figured out where you need an item to open safe zones. We can think about the UI that goes with that. I'm kind of imagining that when you're close enough to a safe zone, a little box will come up above it.
Yeah.
That will have the details of the safe zone. And eventually, when we try out the whole like leveling up, that will also contain that information in there and how many people you need to bring to it, all that stuff. So yeah. Getting there.
Step by step, little
Yep.
by little.
Yep. One day at a time.
So, where are we going?
Where are we going? Thanks for streaming. No worries, Bitmage.
Of course.
It was a pleasure to have you.
And yeah, we'll be back on Friday as our new schedule. Please check the time in the stream schedule below. But it'll be same time as today.
Yeah. I believe the choice for today is Digital Iliad. That's where we're taking you. They are working on an FTL-like... I don't know how many people know what FTL is. It's a good game. You should play it.
All right.
It's old, but it's good. But yeah, Digital Iliad, they're working on this crazy tile system. Absolute magic. Let's check it out.
Lucas says, join too late for stream, joined early enough for rating and free channel points. Get those channel points!
Nice.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
Thank you, nerds.
And we'll see you on Friday. Hope you have a good rest of the week, you guys.
Have a good one, nerds. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nerds! What up, nerds? How's it going? Alright, we're stashing our changes so we can show what's going on here.